I hesitate to bring it up, but you were muttering while you were out. Had quite a lot to say. Whatever you were communing with, it had a spiritual energy I've encountered before, though only in traces. It must be connected to the Dream Scourge. Perhaps they share a similar origin.
Their name is Sapadal.
Yes, Sapadal. Who are they? What are they to you?
Apparently, I'm Sapadal's godlike.
Excuse me? Sapadal is a god? But that's impossible. How could we have missed this?
No one alive remembers them.
A trapped god. Trapped. And you spoke to them through the Adra. Maybe that tells us something.
Care to share with the rest of us?
Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. We've long theorized that all Adra is connected. But that changed when Animancers came to the Living Lands. The Adra here is severed from the rest of Eora. Connected only to
I keep forgetting to
itself.
use that amulet
Or
to
so
summon
we
a phantom.
believe.
I should have used it in the last fight.
If Sapadal speaks and works through Adra, then the Living Lands is their prison, their tomb.
I'm glad it makes sense to you, because I'm lost.
No need to worry. I'm a professional, remember?
No, professionals get
We
paid.
know the Dream Scourge is coming
And you're
from this
not.
garden of yours. Maybe Sapadal can help us fight it.
What do you think, Kai?
I got a headache just thinking about it. And I'm not the one with the god knocking around in there.
The real question is, where do I start?
I wish I had the answers.
Answers will have to wait. We'll find the source of the Dream Scourge in the garden, but we have to find the garden first.
Then that's where we start.
Let's return to Fior Messiverno. Banished or not, maybe I can squeeze a few answers out of my colleagues.
After everything we've learned, maybe the governor will invite you back.
I wouldn't count on it. Besides, what good am I to Fior Messiverno anymore? The farms, the community, my research, they all depend on animancy. But the Dream Scourge is the end of animancy, the end of the Living Lands as we know it. We should leave this place and its memories. There's nothing more for us here.
Finding a secret entrance and discovering a new god. Not bad for a day's work.
Wait. We smell the musk of war. We hear the clash of steel.
Uh-huh. Is this happening now, or is it a memory?
We were sure they came. Was it the past?
I lost you for a second there. Something the matter?
I have a bad feeling. We need to get back to Fior Messiverno fast.
Oh no. Let's go. You take the lead.
Come on. There's a way up those stairs.
Okay, so chat, immediately I'm thinking, we found the camp from the Inquisitor, and they had plans to attack Fior. But we found the camp and destroyed it. And when I did that, someone in my chat said, "Ha, I never found this camp," so they later burned down the city. Now I'm wondering if me destroying that camp was not enough to stop them from burning down the city.
You take lead.
Just a little spark.
Again, just stacking up that health and mana regen.
There is such a thing as learning too much. The mortal mind can only take so many revelations at a time. What we discovered here, it changes everything.
A hidden god in the living lands.
Hang on. One sec. Okay. Oh, yeah, it's still on fire. Are you gonna comment on this?
No!
Andra's depths. This was no accident.
Well, either that was not something I could stop, or there was more camps. We found one of them. So the town's under attack. I've got 1 point available here. 2% action speed, 4% action speed, 2% attack speed. So diminishing returns are definitely starting to happen. I was pumping con for a while, and we're only going to get 3% more health on the next point. Let's get Dex. And what level did we get? We're 14. Next level's a good one. Let's see. What all do we get next level? I'm wondering if it'd be worth saving. See, into the fray. Reach forward, taunting an enemy and pulling them towards you. A perfectly timed block with a shield or wand reflects arrows and similar projectiles back at the attacker. To block with a wand, you can't have anything in your offhand, I'm pretty sure. Retribution. After taking damage from an enemy, your next attack within 5 seconds deals plus 70% of the original damage you received. Ranger. Summon Bear, which I definitely want. Critical hit chance. Increase ranged weapon damage against unaware enemies. Secret of Rhyme. Increase frost accumulation buildup, fire accumulation buildup, shock accumulation buildup, poison accumulation buildup. And there's some other spells here. Mist of Frost, Missile Salvo. So I have to find a Grimoire with that spell to start using it, huh? Conjures a powerful thunderstorm that strikes arrows with lightning bolts, stun, and shock accumulation of enemies. I don't know. I know I want to get Bear Ally next level, but this one, I'm not sure what to get for this one. Vines do poison accumulation could be good. Let's try it. We'll have to see if, like, if one 10-second long vine is enough to poison an enemy, for, like, get enough accumulation, it could be good. Wait, do I have another point? Oh my god, I have another one. Increased duration by 4 seconds. Survivalists get more from food. Crafting upgrade materials cost less. Reduce stamina cost of dodge. Decrease stamina penalty for medium and heavy armor by 15. 20%. Let's get 20% more max health. Okay.
What happened? Who did this? The city's under attack. Come, there isn't a moment to waste.
Could this be the work of the Steel Garrote?
We won't learn anything standing here. I just hope Quilichi is all right.
Something's burning. Doesn't look like the city, but let's make sure no one's hurt.
What do you mean, doesn't look like the city?
All things considered, Fior Messiverno looks undamaged. Surprising when you consider the state of our defenses.
What do you mean it looks
Whoever
undamaged?
started this fight didn't come prepared to finish it. We'll be happy to oblige them.
Okay, maybe we... Wait, you cannot fast travel currently.
Someone made a dangerous enemy today.
We'll fight them with you, Giada.
Maybe the attack
They bind us.
was reduced? Since we took out some of the attackers, maybe like the number of attackers they had was lessened? Oh god, how do I get down off this mountain the safe way? Do a flip? No, I said the safe way. I definitely said the safe way. Wait. Is your time to solve a puzzle? I see a puzzle. Okay, this is odd. No! Ow. Oh, there it is.
A little power goes a long way. Just a little spark.
Alright, now we go save your friends. That was very important.
I hope everyone is all right. My people settled these lands in the name of freedom. It took 50 years. But our oppressors caught up to us. I hate living in interesting times.
I couldn't agree with you more.
Again and again they strike.
I see dead people. I see more dead people. Don't worry, we'll save your town as soon as I finish looting.
Hey kid, let's set out. We've tarried long enough.
Do these guys not realize all the dead bodies? I think that might have been an unrelated side quest. I don't know.
There's the city. Thank
No,
goodness.
I don't know. Maybe they're supposed to be the people who fought him.
I see you avoided the carnage. A few of your countrymen, well, let's say they didn't know any better.
You may have beaten us today, but it's only a matter of time before Emerald Stair bends the knee.
Oh, that's is that
Shut
Garrote
up
guy?
already. Since the two of you are kin, I thought maybe you could help squeeze some information out of him.
He seems pretty forthcoming so far.
Sure, he talks. Not that he says anything useful. What we know is this. The Steel Garrote marched on Emerald Stair. We're pretty sure they wanted to set us to the torch.
And you taught them the error of their ways. Well done.
Just doing my job. Same as you. What I don't understand is why they came unprepared. Few soldiers, and even fewer supplies. If the Steel Garrote wanted to start a fire, they sure didn't pack a lot of firepower.
Right there. That was my doing. I killed the reinforcements at a hidden camp.
That was you?
That's one question down. I'm sure the governor will want to thank you himself. As for our friend here...
It doesn't matter what you do to me. The living lands will be brought to heel.
Now listen. I am a patient man. But if you don't give us some answers, the envoy here is going to rip you in half.
Crack your knuckles and smile.
Nice touch. I'm not looking forward to cleaning up the mess. So you can help me by telling us what we want to know.
Your threats are wasted, cur. I have nothing to hide. Inquisitor Ludwig gave the order to march on Fior Messiverno.
Was the ambassador aware of this?
Of course not. Hilgard lacks the spine to make the hard calls. Emerald stares on the precipice of disaster. Crops have failed, the townsfolk are defiant, and it's only gotten worse.
I fail to see how attacking my city helps the situation.
The coast is the only habitable corner in the living lands. We can unite as one people, or let the wilderness take us. What choice do we have? Tradition led this place to its doom. Better that it burn, and the people start again.
That is, without a doubt, the worst justification for a war crime that I have ever heard.
Speaking from experience, people don't usually unite as one after you've attacked their home.
Ludwig tried to hasten the inevitable. Nothing more.
This guy is such an
Now
evil,
that is what I call
whiny
a thorough
voice.
confession. What do you want to do?
Like
with it?
Starscream.
As an Adiran, I trust you know how to handle it by the book.
Turn to the companions. What would you two do?
Violence is the language of the Steel Garrote. Nothing less will get through to them.
I say throw back the little ones if they're not in a position to do more harm. Besides, he's probably more scared of what'll happen if you don't kill him.
Ooh, that's
Your
good.
call, envoy.
Yeah, if we send him back and he's a failure, Ludwig might torture him herself. Send him back in chains. This behavior is unacceptable.
I will see to it myself. Too bad the road to Paradise is in bad shape. Our wagon might hit a bump or two.
As much as I want to rip his soul apart, maybe he's more useful to us alive.
Recycle him.
But you can't send me back to Ludwig. Don't
There
you
we
know
go.
what she does to people
There we
who
go.
fail her?
I can't wait to find out. See you around.
We were banking on it.
Thanks again.
Fate worse than
Oh,
death,
the
perhaps.
consequences
But fate
of our
nonetheless.
actions. I'm so glad I got to see
It's Ludwig's problem.
the
Not worth
effects of
taking
what
a
happened by destroying that camp before coming here. I'm so happy about that. All right, what's going on here? Ancient soil. All right, so we got to run into the city. Abe says, hey, Mike, how's Skyrim with guns without Skyrim? If you can't tell, I'm very much enjoying myself. I'm having a good time. Oh, there's Pink Hair. I was wondering what happened to her.
Envoy, I owe you my gratitude, and perhaps an apology. They tell me you're the reason our city is standing. You took care of the Steel Garrote before they could cause any serious damage.
Rub your thumb in for no. It looks like they were planning an attack on Fior.
I can't imagine what it cost you to stand up to the likes of the Steel Garrote, but we won't forget it.
Don't call
No
her
doubt
Pink Hair.
your
I can't remember her
Inquisitor
name.
is aware of what happened here. You've made a powerful enemy.
We weren't exactly friends.
I don't think she knows the meaning of the word. As for us, we're still standing, but our enemies have little patience for failure.
We agree on one thing. The Steel Garrote have declared war on the living lands.
Not sure if this is a weird question, but is there any romance in this game? It's not a weird question. There's tons of other RPGs that I've played that had romance options. Basically every single Dragon Age game. Baldur's Gate 3 recently. So no, it's not a weird question. But my answer to the question is I don't know of any. I have not yet encountered any. That's all I can say. Muck, are you aware you're most watched on Avowed right now? I was not aware. Like and subscribe. We got a very generous raid from Airy Summer earlier when she finished her stream, which definitely boosted us up the category, I'm sure. Jin says, did you tell anyone they were planning to burn down the city? I didn't know there was anyone to tell. Because I did talk to the governor after I destroyed that camp, but I don't know that he said anything. Like us, subscribe. Like us, subscribe. Let's see. Ambassador Hilgard wanted a diplomatic relationship.
Call it what you like. This is an invasion of our sovereign territory.
What happened here is no coincidence. Their forces already have an unshakable grip on Paradis. Today marks a notable victory, but we've only bought ourselves time, not salvation. Tell us, what of your research into the Dream Scourge? Assuming our governor wants to hear it.
I may have spoken in haste before.
Pardon?
The very notion that the Dream Scourge had blighted our farms, it was too awful to acknowledge.
Are you being serious right now?
I am. The sanctuary my family built was falling apart on my watch. And I wasn't strong enough to bear it.
What changed your mind?
You must understand. My mother is the Dream Scourge. I hoped against reason that she might recover, but her mind grew as blighted as our lands. To face reality would mean upending my city, throwing order into chaos, and admitting
it's
she was
already
truly
kind of
gone.
in chaos because you weren't doing anything.
I'm so sorry, Giata.
Don't waste your apologies on me. This changes nothing between us.
I don't expect your forgiveness, but I will do everything in my power to make this right. Whatever you have to say, I'm ready to hear it.
Giada, why don't you tell them everything?
You want me to do the talking? Very well. The evidence is clear. The Living Lands is on the edge of an ecological disaster, both physically and spiritually. We may know the origin of the Dream Scourge. By following it back to the source, perhaps we can reverse the damage. Now for the bad news. An undiscovered god rests in the heart of this island. Until we know more about its nature, we are powerless to stop it.
But this is madness. When I said I was ready for the truth, I didn't mean... Tell him it's madness.
Envoy, is it true?
I am Sapadal's godlike. We find them, and we find the Dream Scourge.
You truly think you can find a god? I said I'd keep an open mind, but this is a bit much.
First the Dream Scourge, then the Steel Garrote, and now, what does this god of yours want us to do? Pray?
He-Man
This is
Meow,
no
thank you for the
time
prime,
for
dude.
theological
Appreciate that.
discussion.
Welcome.
Our survival hangs on a knife's edge. We can't remain in Emerald Stair.
But we can return someday. Rebuild your father's legacy. We should relocate to Thirdborn. It's the only settlement that can take us all.
No. I say we go to Paradis.
Paradis is under Adiran control.
Exactly. As long as we are Animancers, the Adirans will pursue us to the ends of the earth. Instead, we lay low, hide in plain sight, let them believe we're beaten, and bide our time.
While we hide, the Dream Scourge will tear this island apart. At least in Thirdborn, we can practice animancy freely. We can't gamble with our existence. The political climate of the Living Lands is too dangerous.
Kai, what do you think?
Thirdborn's full of hardy types. Lots of former soldiers and mercenaries. A rough bunch, but good to have at your back. It's also farther from the Steel Garrote's base of operations. That's where I'd make my stand.
Giada, thoughts?
Thirdborn has its own problems. Paradise is more secure, but it would mean living under a Diran rule. I don't like our options, but that shouldn't stop us from committing to one.
Go to Thirdborn, study and help however you can.
We'll be proud to lend our strength to theirs, as Animancers and as fellow expatriates.
I have my misgivings, but you helped my father leave the Republics. I trust you to help us again. What of you, Envoy? Where does the hunt for the Dream Scourge take you next?
Do either of you know about a place called the Garden?
Oh, I do.
Yardsley? Don't tell me you are getting swept up in all of this.
Oh, really? You should know better, darling. Anytime I hear Kida, and I will appear. If you're looking for the garden, I can probably lead the way. You're already aware that I'm the foremost Akedan scholar in the Living Lands, and...
Godless scholar, my dear. No one outside of academia uses their proper name.
Ah, right. Layman's terms. Thank you, darling.
Oh, is that her husband?
Well, to make a long
Blue shirt?
story short, I think I can lead you to the garden. 30 years of research, and I think the answer lies in a ruin called Nakukubel, which is in
Nakukubel?
Shatterscarp. So we've got to get there now. Though the city was saved, my research wasn't, which means the Steel Garrote knows just as much as we do. Wait. If they know as much as we do, they know to go to Shatterscarp too. Oh no. I've got to warn Temerity. Meet me in Thirdborn, all right? You can't miss it. It's the only bit of civilization in Shatterscarp, if you can call it that. I'll finish getting ready here and just meet you there.
Ugh, what a whirlwind. God, I love that tiny woman.
Can I rely on her?
Naturally. She's feisty, passionate, loyal, determined. My life would not be the same without her.
For what it's worth, I vouch for Yardsley. She's a good friend and a bad influence. Right now, we could use both.
There's a gate to the north, which will take you to Shatterscarp. It's guarded by some of our best rangers. I'll make sure they grant you safe passage. May the gods protect you, Envoy.
Exploring the Living Lands with a friend. What more could I ask for?
Back to Shatterscarp, then.
We just got a huge chunk of XP, too. Excuse me. Sorry. Tried to lean away. Bless you. Thank you. Travel to Emerald Stair. I'm wondering, I'm guessing she's just going to be like a wizard. Because the companions so far have basically been a warrior, like a ranger, a support, which doesn't really exist in the player skill tree. And I'm guessing the last person's going to be a wizard. Caster DPS. You have a sneeze emote? Oh my gosh. Well, this quest is on the way there. Let's check this one. Thoughts on the Harry Potter TV show coming up? I don't have a TV. I'm not gonna watch it. I learned, as of this moment, that there is a Harry Potter TV show coming up. That's when I learned.
Gone. Adelaro's gone. He's a dream.
Velena's diary. I'm gonna read her diary right in front of her. Adelara reported signs of a